Hi, I'm Peri Beckerman. I'm a junior in the college, majoring in linguistics and minoring in theology and history, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. When I went to Zambia this summer, I was able to take part in linguistic and archaeological research with my professors. For linguistic research, what we would do is we would go out into the village, which was so vast and so huge, and we would go and interview salt makers and basket weavers and potters, and we would ask them how things have changed since before colonialism and after colonialism. And we wanted to document their language and see how their language has changed over time and also how their values have changed over time. The one thing that connects us all is language. We may not have the same cultural values, we may not have the same social justice ideals, but we all have a language. It's just finding out how do you get from language A to language B. That's so fascinating. Language is so structured, and if you're, talking syntax or morphology or something like that, it can be so fascinating to find all the little details about it. But I really enjoy sociolinguistics, so I really like finding out how language makes people tick and how it represents their values. History is a wonderful way of understanding someone's culture. So you don't understand what values a culture has until you look at their history and compare it to their present, not the other way around. And something that we did in Zambia, for instance, was we reconstructed the history of the area because we didn't have a written record, which a lot of historians, and people take for granted. With European history, everything is written down. Everything can be reconstructed in that way. And there's a lot of societies out there that didn't write down. Instead, they passed down oral traditions, and they passed down words and their language. And by seeing how those things have changed and evolved over time, tells us what was important to a history at that point in time, and tells us what is important to them now, seeing what has changed and what has stayed the same.